Hi there, me again. So, as you probably know by now, I turned it off instead of hitting pause. Part A is up, so this is part B. So, welcome to the rest of the 30 minutes of my day for Friday. But I'm ready to go. So, I have the text block done for Juliet, looking lovely. I'm very happy with how this pretty little book looks. It's very much all sorts. It was very tempting to start going down the road tangent of doing a theme. I think I was able to pull myself back a few times. So that's good. What I want to do today is usually what I do is for the backing, you can see, I don't know if you can tell, there's the signature threads, you can see a little shadows of them under there. For the piece of paper to go down, to glue those down, I usually just use a page of the book because you'll know that it's the perfect height to fit. But this one, it feels really, really thin. And I'm tempted to put another layer on it. Just to be safe. Just want to see if this is cracky paper or not, and then I'll make my decision. Okay, it's not very cracky. I better turn on my timer. You know what? That's not bad. All right, maybe I'll leave it be then. All right. I'm going to get out my handy dandy desk holder. I think it's usually for holding papers or cards, but I love using these to hold my text block upright when I need to work on the back of a text block so that it's handy. So what I want to do right now is sign the spine. And then I just put the year. There we go. That's done. And scissors. All right, so everyone's different. I am going to trim this back. I think I want my smaller scissors. Yep, I want my smaller ones. So I'm very, very excited about my my new work table from IKEA. I put some little 1-minute videos up on Instagram. If you're interested, go over and take a look. I'm very pleased, not only with how sturdy it seems to be, I'm very pleased. I think it's good value for the money for what you could spend for a similar kind of a desk. I love that it could possibly be used in the style of a drafting table in that you can angle it, you can tilt your work surface. I don't, but some people do. My brother used to like working on a tilted surface. My brother's an artist as well, and he may still very well. I just know his work is too big now. I'm sure he works either flat out on the floor or else with an easel. But usually my brother works on several pieces at once. and he'll have them all laying out on the floor, and he works. I don't know how his back can take it, but he hovers over and paints on the floor. Okay, so there we go. Those are good. So this is going to come back like that. And then I want to do some lace, and I think I want to do some, let's move this cover, maybe some cheesecloth. It's such an old romantic looking book, and I love the look of scraggly cheesecloth hanging off the ends. So I'm going to this is just 3-in-1. Very cold out today, but very sunny and nice. I actually had to go out and act like an adult and go out and do adult things today. The bank and the lawyer and all that sort of stuff. Ugh. 62 years old, and I still don't like having to be an adult at times. There are times when I do, like if there's good cookies and you want to have them for breakfast. That's a great time to be an adult. But at other times, I don't enjoy adulting. Really don't. All right, so that looks nice. Now, lace and cheesecloth. You know what? This is a big book. I think I was going to put 2 bookmarks in it. Here and here. All right, this time I really am going to pause. And I'm not going to turn my camera off. Okay, I found this ribbon, which I love. This is all I've got. It's a beautiful sort of beige color. I'm hoping there's enough. There is just enough. Yep, there's enough. We can do it because that's already finished nicely. I'm just going to, there. Let me move this for now. All right, let's see here. All right. Now, see how handy these things are? All right, so, forget what we're dealing with. It's about 1 3/4. So, pencil. So if I go to there, so if that's the center there, then approximately center would be here and here. This just needs to be approximate. It doesn't have to be, don't get yourself in a kerfuffle, you know, uh-oh, is this accurate or not? It will be just fine. So a little bit of glue. I'm just checking. This actually is satin. Sometimes ribbons are other material, but this actually is satin, so it's got nice. Both sides are nice. Sometimes one side's nice, and the other side isn't. But in this case, both sides are nice, so that's good. There we go. Sometimes, I'm opting to do it this way. You can glue them one on top of the other and have both coming out of one section. I'm just opting to do it this way. So don't think, what on earth are you doing, Catherine? This is just me. So don't let that, I just want it that way so that one ribbon can go down here, one ribbon can go over on this side. Maybe somebody's like me. I tend to work from both sides of a journal and meet in the middle. Most of my books that I write in have different uses for the front of the book from the back of the book. So that's nice. I'm going to tuck them in there for now while I still do more work on it. And I want, lately I love this little frilly lace. Are they the same one? They are. For a header, but you can really use just about anything. I also love this one, but I find with this one, it needs to be the right size. And for me, that's too white for this time. I don't want it. And I have many other laces I could use. That's kind of cute too. No. Depending on my mood. But I think I'll use this one this time. I'm going to cut myself enough and trim it back. After it's glued on. My husband had the day off today, and he said he's cooking. I'm very excited. All right, so there's that. Now I want some cheesecloth. But I want really homely looking cheesecloth. It's still stuck together. There we go. All right, so I think what I will do is, no, I'm going to glue you on just in that general area. Wait a minute. I want lace as well. Lace first. I guess it's just a matter of preference whether you want your little lace trim first or whether you want your cheesecloth first if you're going ahead to doing both. I guess it's just a matter of, what do you prefer? Yep, that's good. And I think for this one, I prefer this. I'm just making sure, if you're wondering what I'm doing, because there's holes in this, I want to be able to trim the lace so that where I'm going to trim through those holes, sort of work my way through the holes, that it comes out nicely. All right, I don't want to put the cheesecloth on until that's dry, so I'm actually, cross fingers, I'm going to pause again. All right, so let's just trim this off. Oh, I can dismiss you because I have time. So I gave myself more room there. I know I did. Yes, I did. Okay. Whew. There we go. I'm lifting and making sure I'm not cutting my paper underneath, just in case. That would be my luck. You name all the things that could go wrong. I've probably gone through it. That's okay. It's all for learning, right? For me, at least, it teaches me to be more cautious next time. All right, so time for cheesecloth. Now, there once was a time, from what I know, I could be wrong, from what I've read and what I've learned from other bookbinders, and bookmakers, and that mull or gauze or that kind of fabric used to get glued on up and down to also give strength to the back to the signatures. My signatures, I believe, are quite secure in there, and they also have the additional paper glued down on top of that. So I'm not worried about that, but I still like the appearance of it. So this is a way to give yourself that really cool look without actually bulking up your spine again with running cheesecloth down the entire length of it when you don't need it. Unless you needed it, but I do not believe this book needs it to be strong. So in that case, that would lend itself to that the cheesecloth would be out here when you think about it, but I'm the artist, and this is how I'm doing this book. So this is the tricky part because it wants to stick to your fingers. So I find if I'm firm and just push away, this is just a silicone makeup brush. Push it down and slide it off. And then I'll show you what I do with that in a second. Just want to squeeze it a little bit more. I don't want it to go over the edge. These hinges, I don't like them. I don't want them bulky. So there we go. All right. Where'd my other little piece go that I already trimmed? Are you it? You are it. Oh, that's my front door. I have a delivery coming from Amazon. I actually ordered some containers to try and sort through ephemera, you know, index cards, Monopoly cards, old greeting cards, bridge tally cards, that sort of thing. Okay, I'm going to go and grab it and see what I got. My goodness. So it was my bins from Amazon. So I was all excited looking at them, seeing if they fit. They fit. I'm happy about them. And then I came back and got back to work and I just forgot to put the camera back on. So I've got the second one down. But I was so busy looking at the bins. I think I need to mush a little more glue into this because I was busy looking at the bins. And it started drying before I thought, hold on, I've got wet glue. So I'm just going to mush a little glue into that. I'm holding the other end and just sort of pressing the glue in. There we go. Now what I do next to get that scraggly old tome kind of book look appearance, you know. Now I get my awl and I just start pulling the threads off from where you've cut them out. And then you'll have your nice tassel-y end. Come on. This appeals to the old retired hairdresser in me, doing this part. Now careful, because you don't want to pull your little lace off from underneath. So, and also be careful, because sometimes if a little dab of glue has got onto it in a spot where you didn't intend for it, it can feel like it's hanging on, and sometimes it's not apparent why. Like here, there's some glue there, but I want that off. So sometimes if you just tug on it, you can get it to let go. There we go. And I just sort of go through and make sure that all the loose ones are off. right, now here's something I do. And usually I use my straight blade that I used to cut hair with. A straight-edged razor. It's got a handle on it and it closes into a case. But it's downstairs because I was cutting hair. Now I wish I had a comb because I'll just use my fingers. I want these outer ones. What I want is I don't want this to look so, see how this looks even? I don't want it to look so even. Oh, I see a few more there. So I'm just going to use, normally I'd use my straight blade and go in and make these a little uneven. I'm going to try with this and see if it'll let me. And just sort of pulling away on it. And it'll make it a bit uneven. Just do a little bit at a time. There we go. Much better. So it doesn't look quite so blunt. So be careful when you're doing this, because you're pulling a very sharp blade towards your own fingers, so it can be dangerous. But it gives it an older, more worn out look. There. I don't know if you can tell the difference. I can tell the difference. So it appeals to the fuss budget in me. There we go. Do the other side, and then we'll call it a day. You know what? I probably will call it a day anyways. I'm just going to be doing the exact same thing over here. Pulling off the east-west threads so that there's just the north-south threads that have been glued down here, holding on. And then we'll be good to go. Then my next step, in case I get to it before we get together again, will be to glue this into the cover and put the end papers in. So you know what I do? I think I'm going to get going. I'm not sure how much battery I've got left because I did enjoy a little bit of a crafty chatty craftorama with my buddy earlier, and I used up a lot of the battery in my phone. So you know what? I'm going to call it quits. Let's take a look here so you can see what that's going to look like when. Where's our cover? Let's pretend. So when it gets put in, it's going to look like that. And I love that. And for the people that don't like this, that can get trimmed off. You can just go in and just snip it away, and you would have just a pretty little dainty lace edge like that. But I love that sort of mess hanging out the top and bottom of a book. So I'll do the same thing with the knife down here and ragged that up a little bit more. All right, I am going to get going. And I'm going to go play with my new bins. So take care. Have a great rest of your day. And hopefully we'll be able to get together over the weekend. We'll talk soon. Bye.